Hey guys, how are you all today? Noelle Cruz and Jamie Hughes, Presidential Diamonds, in the same house today. Yay! Jamie just got in from Alaska a couple days ago. I'm super excited. Yesterday. Oh my gosh. Time goes really fast. I'm really glad she's here. So we have some special guests getting on today that have some really important things to talk to you guys about. But Jamie has something fabulous to read to you really quickly, just to get your mindset in the right place, in case you haven't done your personal development for the day.
Working on it. I had it. Okay. So, you guys, I'm reading this book. It's called The Circle Maker.
It's amazing.
You should all go get it.
You should.
Today and start reading it. But this was a couple of things I highlighted today as I was reading and kind of hit me. So the first one says, destiny is not a mystery. For better or for worse, your destiny is the result of your daily decisions and defining decisions. So basically, what are you deciding to do every day that's pushing you towards your goals? Or what are you deciding not to do? And then the next one that I highlighted was along the same lines. If you make good decisions on a daily basis, it has a cumulative effect that pays dividends for the rest of your life. So as you're working each day, on your business, on your marriage, on your parenting, that's a big one for me. What are you doing each day with your kids that is going to help them in their future? So, just some things to think about.
I think that is so good because we are constantly, our days are full of decisions, right? And you're either making a decision that's going to move you forward or you are making a decision that's going to take you backwards because there is no still motion. You are either growing or you're dying. There is no standing still. And so if you are not making decisions that are going to move you forward, you're backsliding. If you're not doing personal development every day and you're not growing your business every day and you're not working on your marriage every day or you're not working on being a better mom every day, you're actually getting worse. And that's kind of scary to think about. And so I think really the difference between what makes somebody, what's the staying factor in this business, somebody who makes it to the end, whether that end goal be diamond or that end goal be ambassador or black diamond or that end goal just be ruby and you're bringing in that extra $500 a month for your family, whatever that staying factor is and the person who quits is really what's going on in your head. And so that starts with your personal development. This book is awesome. You guys highly recommend it. But just to make those daily decisions, to be doing something positive and to be doing something is the key there. Some type of consistent activity every single day. So, guys, we have something really important coming up this weekend that we're going to talk to you guys about. But a couple of weekends ago, we had a bunch of team in Phoenix, Arizona for the Phoenix Bootcamp. And the stories that I heard that came out of that were just phenomenal. And I think a lot of you maybe are new in the business and you don't really know why we do what we do. Okay. We say, get on team Zooms. We say, get on calls. We say, go to One Team, One Missions. We say, go to green carpet, go to conference, different things like that. And we just encourage you to do these things, but you don't really know why. Okay. And a lot of people will say, well, what's it going to be like? Explain it to me. Explain why it's going to benefit my business. And the answer is
you can't.
You can't explain it. You can't explain what it's going to do for you when you actually get to an event. And so we're going to talk to some of these newbies that went to Phoenix Bootcamp this last weekend. And the first person we're going to talk to is Frankie Story. So Frankie, I'm going to unmute you. Hey girl, how are you?
Hey, I'm great. How are you? Can you hear
me?
I'm
good.
Yay! I'm so excited that I was able to get away.
Yes. So tell everyone who you are and where you're from and how long you've been in the business.
I am Frankie Story. I am from Steamboat Springs, Colorado. And I've been in the business for 6 months now. And the boot camp in Phoenix was my first ever event that I've gotten to go to, and it was absolutely amazing, you guys. Like, I mean, I've been working, but I will be the first one to tell you, I get in my own way. I overcomplicate it. I'm not where I want to be. I will be 100% honest. I am definitely not where I want to be, but I'm going to get there. Thank you, ladies, for being such an inspiration, by the way. It, like Noelle said, you can't explain it, why it's going to better your business until you actually have experienced it. You're not going to understand. I didn't understand all the times you guys have been saying, get to green carpet, get to boot camp. But I went, I took the plunge. I'm still paying for it a little bit financially, but I am so glad that I did. It was just to hear everybody talk, to actually see Pam Souter in person, and to see Mike Patello in person, and all of them, Joel Dunn, and I'm still kind of Twitter-pated over it. I'm so excited. And to experience it with Leslie as well, and to meet Amanda and Mel and everybody. I can't even explain how awesome it was.
So you were, fairly new distributor, a couple months into the business, and didn't really have the money to travel, but you decided to make that investment in your business. So why did you do that?
I knew that I needed something. I mean, I'm driven to make it work, but I needed something more. And you guys say it, Chad says it, Jeree says it, get to events. That's what's going to fill you up. Get to events. And it did. I have been overcomplicating it. I get in my way, and that's basically what they talked about. Keep it simple. It is so simple, y'all. It's so simple to make this work. And I think that's what a lot of us do. We just get in our own way and we overcomplicate it. It's like, well, no, you have to go out and do it this way. Well, you don't. I'm definitely not a great blitzer, but I have since Phoenix. Okay, in the 5 months that I'd been in before I went to Phoenix, I probably blitzed 3 people because I'm not good at it. And so after Phoenix, I was like, okay, I'm just going to do it. And in the 2 weeks since I've been back, I've blitzed probably 8 to 10 people.
That's good.
So I'm a lot better about it, and it's definitely amazing, and I can't wait for green carpet.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. And you just promoted to executive not too long ago, and I'm sure you're on your way to Ruby.
I'm working on it.
Awesome. Good. Well, thank you so much for sharing, Frankie. That's awesome. I know you have to get back to work.
Thank you guys so much for having me on. Oh, do you love my beautiful outfit?
Love
I'm
it.
wearing a...
She's in scrubs, you guys.
Yeah. Yay. Well, thank you for having me on.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Frankie.
Thanks for getting on, Frankie.
You're welcome. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Yeah, you guys, it's so funny because that's why I went to my first event. I didn't go because I just knew, I didn't have some super duper supernatural knowledge that events were going to grow my business. I went because that's what Chad and Jeree said to do. They said, there is a boot camp. And when we started in 2013, there were boot camps just like there are this year. And they said, you've got to get to the boot camp. And I remember it was like a couple weeks after we started, there was Atlanta boot camp. And I was like, there's no way I can make that happen. Like, 1, can't afford it. 2, don't have childcare. Like, there were just so many different things. But I looked at the calendar, and this was when I was like brand new, I was in a week, I just promoted to executive, and I was like, okay, I'm looking at the calendar, and I'm like, when can I get to the next event? The next event was in July, and it was in St. Louis, and I was like, okay, no matter what, I'm getting to that event. I went. That was my first event. I've never missed an event since that day. And I mean, we personally don't make any money off of you guys actually going to events, but we know that it's going to grow your business, and it's going to grow your confidence. It's going to develop you personally. And so we tell you to get to events because we know it's going to grow your business. So when you can make that investment in yourself, guys, you show up and your check goes up. Okay, that's what happens.
Well, and you also get those relationships with the team. Like Frankie said, she got to meet Amanda, who's, a sideline, and Melissa, who's a sideline, and Janine, who's a sideline, and Leslie, who's a sideline. And I have so many friendships in this business that are not related to my personal business. They're all sideline. But, I think back on hard times in my business, I've had those people to lean on, and that's been huge for keeping me going.
Yeah, and I mean, imagine if you took every single person that's on this Zoom and put them all in a room, put them all in our hotel room or at our beach house. Like, that's what you get when you go to events. You get to hang out with each other. You get to be around like-minded people. You get to be, you literally get to see people and hug people that you've only ever talked to via Zoom or FaceTime or seen them on social media, and you get to develop those relationships. And I think that is the coolest thing. So we do not have one of our guests, and she was really, really excited to get on here. But we are going to talk to Janine. Is that right?
Yeah, you got to unmute her.
Okay, hold on. I have to find you first.
I found it.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Good. It's Janine, right?
Yes, it's Janine.
Yay,
Hey,
I'm so excited to be talking to you. We've heard so many good things about you.
Well, I'm glad. Didn't expect that, but okay.
So Janine, tell everyone who you are and where you're from and how long you've been in the business.
Okay, my name's Janine. I'm from Virginia. I've only been in the business for 3 months.
And you decided to fly from Virginia to Arizona.
No. We actually made it. I was going to do a boot camp. My husband and I had talked about it, but we decided to do this one. We were coming into California for a great grandmother's 90th. So we flew to California, drove the 5 hours from California to Arizona overnight, and then drove back that same day.
Oh my gosh, that's 10 hours of driving just like in addition to the event time?
Yeah.
Holy cow. Hashtag dedication.
Well, my husband's dedication too. I have to give credit where credit is due.
Yes, he gets major props for being the man behind the wheel, or however that worked. So what was your favorite thing about Bootcamp, and how did it change your business?
Well, my favorite thing is, so I'm inspired, I guess, by different things. And I know a lot of people are inspired by like stories and stuff. I'm more inspired about, like, I've owned a business before. So I'm inspired by like business stories more than personal stories. So I was kind of worried about boot camp. I wasn't sure if it would change my business or anything, but it was amazing. Like, I loved it. I have so many aha moments that it's just insane. I've changed around kind of the way I talk to people. I've changed around the way I blitz. I've stopped being so scared of kind of rep parties. I'm actually trying to book them left and right, even though I'm not quite where I want to be, because they gave so many amazing tips. Like, for me, I'm like very green, and the tips they were giving were amazing. And there were things I just never thought about, if that makes any sense. And I had told Jamie, one of the biggest things that kind of stuck with me is, you hear all these stories from you and Jamie and everyone else about how they're so successful and they're doing so well. And then you go to the events and everybody is sweet and like dolls. And I loved everyone I met. Like, they're all just very down to earth, wonderful people. You don't get that when you talk to other business owners usually, or like as an old, like having had my business, like other business owners are usually like, they look down their nose at you. There's a little bit of like that cloud, you know what I mean? Everyone here is so friendly and was so nice. I can't even say how nice everyone was. Like, I told Jamie, I'm like, it's just crazy how everyone's like the same. And it's, and like you guys are always saying, get to events. Those are the people that do well in the business. One of my biggest aha moments from there was when they had the diamonds walk the stage and above. It was over half the people in that room. Mm-hmm. It was insane, the amount of diamonds in that room. And it's like, if that many people can do it and they go to events, it's like, okay, it's attainable. It really is. And that was kind of one of the biggest, like, it like, I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but it definitely changed my perspective on everything.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. I remember the first boot camp I went to. I didn't get to go to the July one that Noelle went to, but I went to the next one in September of 2013, and I haven't missed an event since then. And I remember seeing all, well, I was a diamond at that event, and I got to walk the stage, and I was like, oh my gosh, I get to go up on stage, And but just seeing and hearing all those people, like you said, down to earth people, really no different than me, just been in the business longer.
Mm-hmm.
If they could do it, why can't I do it? You know,
it's true.
So I was like, well, I got this.
Mm-hmm. And I wasn't too, I was kind of like, all right, green carpet, whatever, I can miss it, even though financially I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. But now I'm kind of like, I want to go, need to go. I need to see if we can go. So it does definitely change your perspective and make you want to go to events after that to make sure you're getting that boost and getting that kind of team connection and meeting people one-on-one, which is really nice.
Yeah, the connection, the business, getting to see your family. It's like family reunion.
It is. We get a family reunion multiple times a year. Like, I mean, we get to do the leadership retreat, we get to do conference, and we get to do green carpet. And then when we come to these boot camps, like literally, these are our favorite trips. They're so much fun. We get to hang out with all of our people. Well, I think that that's really, really amazing that you went and you actually took the time out of your personal vacation to go to that event. I think that that was just a really intelligent business move on your part, because there are people that lived in Phoenix, distributors that didn't bat an eye at going. And I mean, same thing goes for everyone. I mean, I have local distributors in Tampa that didn't go to conference, and it's like it goes back to the circle maker where he says, make those daily decisions that are going to impact your life in the long run. And that is one of those decisions that's not necessarily easy to make. You actually made a really hard decision, but you did it. And that's so awesome. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks. It was great going. So I'm really glad you guys are always pushing for it. So anyone on here going, they're always pushing for it. Oh my God. No, listen to them.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for being a guest. And we will
Thank you.
Carpet.
Yep, hopefully.
All right. Did Leslie make it on? I don't think she did. Let me just double check before we talk to Miss Amanda Marshall. Okay. Leslie is not here. Where's Amanda? Where is she? Amanda, where are you? I'm going to have to find you. I'm searching.
I'm here.
There you are. Hi.
Hi. I just got back from the gym and I'm outside my kids, so
well,
I don't look the greatest, but
so Amanda, tell everyone who you are and where you're from and how long you've been in the business, and you got to go to the special Diamond Time.
I did. So my name is Amanda Marshall. I am a double diamond, and I've been in the business 4 years now, and I'm from Alaska, so I got to travel a little ways to go to the boot camp. And I got to go to Diamond Time, which was the night before boot camp, and it was incredible. You get to hear my kids too. I actually, at conference when they announced boot camp, I have family that lives in Phoenix, so there was no way that I was missing it. I didn't expect my 3-day trip with just the baby to turn into a 10-day trip with all 3 of my kids by myself. But that's what happened. And it was incredible. It was a great start to my trip. And especially Diamond Time. It was just diamonds and above. And Mark Pentecost was there, which was amazing because they had a death in the family and he wasn't able to be at boot camp, but he did fly all the way. Maddie, I'm on the phone, okay? He did fly all the way. Sorry, guys. He flew all the way to Phoenix from Michigan to spend time with us that night. And it was amazing because, I haven't missed an event since January of 2014. And I feel like as much as we see Mark, we don't really get to hear from him a whole lot. He's a lot of behind the scenes, and we hear from Pam and Mike a lot, but not so much Mark. And we got personal, intimate time with Mark that night that I kind of got to see a side of him that I've never seen before. He was just on fire. The things he was telling us about and just the way he was talking to us was just incredible. That was really an aha for me because just to see that raw side of the person who started it all was really exciting for me. And then after Diamond Time, we got to do selfie time, which was really fun because I got a picture of They like let you loose for 2 minutes, and everybody just scrambles to see. Let's see, there was Pam, Mike, Tiffany,
2 minutes is not
and Mark.
enough time. I'm just saying.
No, it wasn't. I only got 2 of the 4. I really wanted all 4.
Elbow in the face, like, and I would elbow some.
Okay, well, I'm 5'2", and I had a baby, and these people are just like rushing, and I'm like, trying to hold on to my baby. It was crazy.
Don't hurt the baby.
But I did get time. I got a picture with Tiffany Patillo and with Pam, which was awesome. So yeah, it was just a blast, and I loved getting to spend intimate time with, presidentials and ambassadors, and we got to hear from Joel and Stephanie, and I loved them so much. And then the next day was just crazy, like blitzing tips that I've never heard. Joel Dunn, listening to him talk about blitzing is just incredible. And then, not that he has a confidence problem, but
No.
But, he has some awesome blitzing tips, and they did a party panel, which was awesome because that's something that I really enjoy. It's just been difficult with 3 small children at home. So it kind of inspired me to want to go again. And okay. That's okay. That's okay. My 4-year-old really likes to tell on her brother. But anyways, no, it was amazing. And, last year was full of a lot of big changes for me. We moved across the country again, and we bought our first home, and then we had another baby on top of it all. And so I kind of was having this time where I was just like scrambling. Like I felt like I was grasping at straws and I couldn't really get my footing. And I'm telling you guys, if you're feeling like that, get to an event because it changes everything. I mean, my first conference did that for me. And I feel like it's just a refresher, and it reminds you why you're part of this business and why we do what we do. And, being around like-minded people, I got to spend quality time with Melissa, and I just love her. And just seeing everybody, meeting people that I see on the Facebook page all the time, but we don't ever get to see. And so it was amazing.
And that's awesome.
I don't know. I'm just excited that you got to go, and kind of bummed you're not at this event. And I didn't go to that event, but it's okay. We live in the same city, so.
We do. And I can't fly to Michigan right after flying to Phoenix.
Right.
No.
Well, and I couldn't fly to Michigan right after going to Phoenix, so that's why I chose Michigan.
Yeah.
But, we do, what I love is that we do have all these different events. I mean, the calendar is full of them. And for you guys outside of Alaska, you have so many events at your fingertips. There's just so many options. So that's one thing I wish that I was. One reason I wish I didn't live in Alaska is that I could be closer. Mm-hmm.
Well, but on the same hand, Maddie, hold on. On the, back in January 2014, I couldn't afford to go to conference. I mean, we were living off of a GI Bill. That was it. I wasn't making any money with it works at that point. And I did it anyways. And the reason I haven't missed an event each time is because Madeline. Ready, set, go. Sorry, they really want to go.
He's like, go get out.
But everybody outside of Alaska, if we have at least 3 to 5 people at every single event from Alaska, minimum. And if we can fly across the country to Tampa, Florida, there is no reason that you can't hop in a car and drive 5 or 6 hours or make a 2-hour flight, because we travel for days when we do it. And there's a reason we continue to do it over and over again. I don't know. I can't tell you the amount of times, thinking about the number of events I've been to, where before my husband was coming with me, he would look at me and he's like, "Are you serious, Amanda? Like, we cannot afford for you to spend $600 to $800 on a plane ticket, plus a hotel, plus everything else." But every single time I go to an event, my paycheck grows. And it's not because I went to the event. They're not paying me to go to the event. But the knowledge that I learn and the inspiration that I grasp from it makes my paycheck grow every time.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's absolutely okay. Jamie had to go rescue a baby, I think. Well, Amanda, I'm super excited that you got to go to Phoenix. And guys, work towards your diamond, because when you are a diamond, it's when you get that special diamond time with Mark and Mike and Pam. And then as you grow, you're going to start to get that recognition. You're going to get even more one-on-one time with them. So I am super, super excited because Jamie and I are going to be spending some really good fun time in Grand Rapids this weekend at the Grand Rapids Bootcamp with so many of you. I know Brooke Phillips is coming up from Missouri with a car full of people. I know that Tina Hatcliffe and Melody McFarland are driving up with a car full of people from Tennessee. It's going to just be absolutely amazing. Oh, I don't want to talk so loud. It's okay. He's sleepy. It's okay. Savannah's like passed out on her shoulder. But guys, this is super, super important. And I want to just tell you this right now. And I want you to be prepared. On Saturday, probably Saturday night about 5 o'clock, it might be sooner, but on Saturday, green carpet tickets are going to be released. Now, the venue that they have green carpet at only holds about 3,000 people. This event last year sold out in less than 3 hours. 2 days sold out in less than 3 hours. That means 6,000 people got a ticket, and it sold out in like a second. So on Saturday, you guys need to have $75 in your checking account, waiting by your phone. You need to be waiting by your phone. You need to be ready to, you can exit full screen. You need to be ready to purchase. You need to be ready to get your ticket. And then some of you are thinking, I don't know how I'm going to get there. I don't know where I'm going to stay. I don't know how I'm going to travel. I don't know who my roommates are going to be. I don't know how I'm going to get a car when I get there. All of those details are after the fact, okay? What they did for us this year is not only are you going to be able to get your ticket, they're going to give you a free wrap reward. That means you spend $75 on your ticket, and then you get your wrap reward for $25, and then you sell those wraps and you just broke even on your ticket. They're basically handing you your ticket for free if you're willing to put in the work, okay? So you guys, like, get your ticket, redeem your wrap reward, go hustle and sell 4 wraps, make $100, okay? You just broke even on your investment. You're going to green carpet. And then my recommendation is to sell your wraps to actually come up with that money to get to green carpet, because you can put 5 people in a hotel room, 6 people in a hotel room. We do it every single event. People go to the grocery store when they get there, they pack their lunches, you know, like you can make this trip as cheap as possible. You can take a bus to where you need to go. You can put, you know, load up a car full of people and drive there. But getting your ticket is going to be the most important thing, and being prepared for Saturday is going to be your biggest thing. So make sure that you let every single person on your team know, be prepared for Saturday. $75 on Saturday. And you know what? Some of you, I mean, I've talked to a couple of you and you're like, you know what? I just physically cannot make green carpet, but I'm going to save that money and I'm going to go to conference. That's okay too. Just know that, you know, like Janine said, like more than half the room was diamonds when they got up and walked the stage. Guys, there's a reason that leaders are at these events, because you're going to have a lot of leaders and you're going to have a lot of newbies, okay? And it's the leaders, it's not necessarily that leaders are the ones that always go, it's that the people who keep returning grow, and they now are in those leadership positions. So you're constantly going to see the leaders and the newbies, and the leaders and the newbies. Very rarely does somebody go to an event over and over and over again and remain at the rank that they're at. And that can happen because, let's be honest, a lot of you are super duper yellow and you just go to the events to hang out with people, which I think is awesome, by the way. Like, for real, it makes me sad when people stop showing up to stuff, because then I'm like, we miss you and we don't care how much you're getting paid, but I understand if, you know, your paycheck is $2 and your husband's like, you can't go to that event. Like, I totally get that. But historically, if you're going to go to these events and you are going to just put into action what you learn and you are going to apply yourself, you're going to grow. Your check is going to grow. Your rank is going to grow. Pretty soon you're going to be one of those diamonds walking that stage.
Well, and you know, one tip, if you get one tip from the event, I honestly believe it's worth the entire thing, because that one tip could change your whole course of your business. Mm-hmm. And you know, sometimes I remember one event that Josh and I were both able to go to, and he didn't really get anything out of the event. He spent a lot of the time on the phone with one of our other businesses, but it was the after time that we got to spend just with our team. And that was pretty much when he was like, okay, I get it. I get why you're doing this business. And it was the after part. It wasn't anything that even happened at the actual, like, in the auditorium. It was in the hotel room with our small group of people.
Yeah.
So
that intimate time is
there's everything
priceless.
from, corporate time to one-on-one friend time to smaller groups. She's just passed out.
I don't know how this child sleeps like this. Like, her head's like broken. I don't even know.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, and if you guys are local or within, 5 or 6 or more hours from Michigan, I mean, we have Jess Baluzak, who's a new triple diamond, driving from Pennsylvania to come to the boot camp this weekend. We have Melody McFarland and Tina Hatcliffe, who are ambassadors, driving from Tennessee, 8-hour drive to come to the boot camp. Guys, like, if your leadership is doing it, it's worth it. And I mean, I have a local team that is not coming again, they couldn't get off work or whatever the thing may be, but it's that important. So we're just going to really encourage you guys to show up, be ready to get your green carpet ticket on Saturday. And we just can't wait to spend some time with you guys. We have some really fun stuff planned for you on Friday night at Green Carpet, at beach or my beach house, or that's going to just be weather dependent, but super, super excited. So anyway, thank you guys so much for getting on. And I'm so excited for those of you who went to Phoenix. And I can't wait to hear from more of you who are going to Grand Rapids this weekend. Awesome. So, all right. Bye, guys. Have a good week.